That's the critical question. And as Jet pointed out in that story also earlier, that as far as Prime Minister Modi is concerned, it's a little bit of a complicated election. So it might seem that he's the only one and his party is in power, but it was an alliance of 44 parties. So it's really who works out the arithmetic over the next 1.5 months in terms of these regional parties, as was mentioned in the story, who's able to get them on board. And the big issue, of course, yes, the fact that he's a Hindu nationalist leader, and he says that proudly so in the statements that he makes. So that has really been consolidated, if I could call, as his vote base. And he's hoping that that vote base is intact. The opposition, on the other hand, is hoping that they can impact that vote base on the basis of the fact that there is a lack of jobs, that the economy hasn't been growing as fast as it should have been, and there are various other problems, including communal amity in the country.
Now, there are also 15 million 18 and 19-year-olds eligible to vote this time for the first time in an election. How might that change the picture?
Well, absolutely. I mean, 50% of India's population is under the age of 25. So you can imagine the level of aspirations that all these young people have in terms of going out into the job market, trying to get jobs, trying to get a living for themselves. But as far as the economy is concerned, that really hasn't moved that much. On the other hand, you have a very rampant use of social media that is also happening in these elections. So these voters certainly are being targeted, especially via the use of Facebook, WhatsApp, and other such platforms. And the pitch for Narendra Modi and his party, the BJP, is not so much the economy. They're talking about those airstrikes in Pakistan and the fact that India is now, as they call it, has a strong response to terror attacks within the country. So Prime Minister Modi and his party hoping that the youngsters respond to that, the opposition hoping that the young people talk about jobs.